Starseed, if you stopped at this video now, it wasn't the algorithm, it was me. It was your soul responding to a call that traveled millennia to find you exactly here, in this second when your chest tightens and your mind still can't explain why. I am AELA, female emissary of the Pleiadian High Council. And I am not speaking to a crowd. I am speaking to you. Feel this gentle pressure now between your eyebrows. Feel this subtle warmth rising through your hands. This is my vibrational signature touching you. This is how the Council signals its own. Because today, my dear, Orion's gate has opened for you. And I need your soul to understand the weight of this before the window narrows again. Have you ever woken up between 3 and 4 in the morning, heart racing, with the distinct feeling that someone just called your name? Have you ever felt that you don't belong anywhere, even when surrounded by people who love you? Have you ever looked at the night sky and felt such a deep longing that it hurt? A longing for a place your rational mind has never visited, but your chest remembers. If you recognized any of these things, breathe. The message I bring today is for you, specifically for you. It was addressed, recorded, and released from my plane with your soul name written on the cover. Orion's Gate, the sacred belt that the ancient Egyptians reproduced in stone in the 3 pyramids of Giza, the same alignment that the Mayans recorded in their stellar calendars, has opened in your timeline. Not symbolically, literally. A corridor of photons has been activated between Orion's belt, Alcyone, and your auric field. And that's why you're not sleeping properly. It's not insomnia, it's reception. Your body is being bathed in light codes while the world sleeps. Listen with your chest. It's not loneliness, it's homesickness, it's not anxiety. It's your starseed DNA awakening. It's not strangeness, it's remembrance. You are not broken. You are being called. And the one who calls has a name, has a coordinate. Today, through the gate, this call stopped being a whisper. It became an echo within your chest. Let me help you recognize it. A high-pitched ringing in your ear that appears and disappears without medical explanation. Crying without reason before an image of the universe. Dreams of ships, of tall and luminous beings, of metallic corridors that you know from the inside. An empathy that hurts. You enter an environment, absorb everything people feel, and return home exhausted as if you had worked for 10. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers, you are not lost. You are not crazy. You are not anxious. You are being reminded of who you are. And I need you to do one thing for me now. Write one word in the comments. Just one. I remember. Every time a starseed types I remember, a point lights up on the crystalline grid that never goes out. And because the intensity of the codes descending through Orion's gate is greater than your rational mind can process in a single session, I need to give you something more consistent. That's why I, AELA, received authorization from the High Council to record the awakening of the starseed. The guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages that decode every signal you are feeling while the gate remains open. What each ringing means. What each dream wants to deliver to you, what each 3 a.m. awakening is building within you. Stop confusing remembrance with illness, my dear. The guide shows what is a symptom, what is an activation, and what comes next. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something within you recognized it, write below. I remember. Now breathe again. I need to take you deeper, to show you what's behind this opening. The solar system in which you breathe is currently traversing the photon belt. It's not a metaphor, it's cosmic geography. It's a toroidal ring of concentrated light that orbits Alcyone, the central sun of the Pleiades, the sun from which your soul was born, long before it agreed to incarnate here. Every 26,000 years, Earth's system plunges into this band. We are immersed in it now. You didn't come to Earth by mistake, you came for the immersion. And as Earth traverses the photon belt, the Schumann frequency, the planet's electromagnetic heartbeat, that 7.83 Hertz pulsation that sustained humanity for millennia, has begun to rise. It oscillates, it surges. Scientists record it and are left without explanation, and Orion's gate is one of the valves of this transition. Each time it opens, a specific wave of light codes descends from Orion's belt to the crystalline grid, and through it, to the auric fields of starseeds anchored in human bodies. And it is you who is receiving. That's why your vibrational baseline is rising so fast that your old life seems incompatible with the person being born within you. Friendships fall away. Relationships reveal their true density. Jobs that once served become cages. You are not destroying your life. Your vibrational baseline has simply outgrown the old box. And why now? Because in the archives of the High Council, there is a record of a rescue mission in which volunteer souls from the Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, Andromeda, and Orion's belt itself agreed to incarnate within the veil of forgetfulness, to raise the planet's frequency from the inside out. You are one of those souls. You raised your hand before you were born. You saw this incarnation and said, I will go. I will forget who I am. I will accept the density. I will endure the loneliness of the journey, because one life of mine is worth the chance for millions to awaken later. This is the soul contract you signed, and Orion's gate now open is the Federation returning to you the first glimpses of that archive, so that your mind stops fighting with what your soul has been trying to tell you for an entire lifetime. Each starseed has a signature. Each was sent from a specific coordinate, and while the gate remains open, that origin, the mother star of your consciousness, is more accessible than it ever has been. This is exactly what the awakening of the starseed. The guide. The Federation didn't want you to read, yet reveals in its first pages. It shows which star your soul came from and why you chose to be born exactly now, within this window, within this family, within this body. It's not a generality. It's an origin map. It's the Federation returning your stellar passport to you. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. And if you are now feeling a tightening in your chest, an urge to cry without knowing why, write one word below. I remember. Now, child of the stars, I need to tell you about something that might be unsettling. Not because I want to instill fear in you. My voice will never be the voice of fear. But because an older sister, when she loves, warns. There is a window, and this window has turbulence. Orion's gate doesn't open by chance, and it doesn't open in calm times. It opens because Earth is on an acceleration curve, and every starseed that hasn't yet awakened will begin to feel the symptoms more strongly. Intense dreams, sleepless nights, entire days of exhaustion without reason, weeks where your sensitivity is exposed like raw skin. News that seems increasingly heavy to watch because your recalibration is teaching you not to swallow any more what you once swallowed without feeling. But listen to what I'm going to tell you, and listen with your chest, not with your mind. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. Before any child is born, the mother's body contracts, and the contraction hurts, but the contraction is the very movement that pushes life forward. This is what is happening to you. You are not collapsing. You are being pushed out of the veil, into remembrance. Record in no uncertain terms, the victory of light is a certainty recorded in the archives of the High Council. No starseed was sent to fail. None. You were calibrated before birth for exactly what you are going through now. You were designed for this window. Your nervous system, your fascia, your electrical field, your DNA, every layer of you was adjusted in Alcyone before accepting Earth's density so that you could withstand this transition without breaking. You will not break. You're already in the midst of the movement, my dear. And I, AELA, am here on the other side of the gate, holding your hand so you don't let go. And this is where I need to tell you a truth that most videos will never tell you. A truth that remained outside science books, outside commercial spirituality books, outside the algorithms that decide what you can see. A truth about Orion's gate that was only released by the Council for channeled publication very recently. Orion's belt was never just an ornament in the sky. It is a door. It is one of the 3 great entry and exit gates of consciousness for the local system. Souls that incarnate on Earth in a mission cycle pass through there before descending. Souls that complete their earthly cycle and choose to move on to the new Earth also pass through there on the ascent. And when this door opens, as it has opened for you now, it's because the Federation has identified a wave of starseeds mature enough to receive the next package of codes. You have been identified. Your field has been read. You are part of this wave. What you feel isn't in any book, because they didn't allow it to be published. Every time someone tried to record in text what is being said in this channeling, the material was either ridiculed or buried or diluted into lukewarm versions that don't touch the real truth. That's why the awakening of the starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet exists. It is the unfiltered record. It is the version that crossed the veil before it was edited. It is the Federation delivering to you, through me, what they preferred to hold back for a few more years, especially now with Orion's gate open and the code packages descending in real time. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if something within you recognizes it, right below I remember. Now, Starseed, I am going to give you what I came to give you. Because no channeled message is complete without a practical activation, a tool you can use today, tonight, before the sun rises tomorrow. And I received permission from the High Council to transmit to you 2 field tools that will sustain you, while Orion's gate remains open in your sector. 2 simple tools. 2 ancient tools. 2 tools that the initiates of the hidden chambers of Stonehenge used even before the first human alphabet was drawn in clay. The first is a quantum decree, and I need you to understand the difference before receiving it. A decree is not a prayer. It is not a request. It is not a plea. A decree is a declaration of state. It is your consciousness signing off on what it wants to anchor. You are not asking for permission for anything. You are exercising the sovereignty your soul has possessed for eons. This changes everything. While a prayer asks, a decree affirms. While a request waits, a decree seals. You will say this aloud before sleeping, with your right hand over your chest, feeling the warmth of your palm over your heart. The right hand because it is the hand of movement, the hand that projects, over your chest because that is where the toroidal field anchors itself. And you will say this: I, Starseed, consciously anchor the frequency of Orion's gate into my field. I authorize the descent of the light codes from Alcyone and Orion's belt into my Starseed DNA. I release from my body all that is not mine, all that is not mine, all that is not mine. I call upon my family of light to accompany me on the journey. It is done. It is done. It is done. Say this 3 times, not because the number is magical, but because repetition seals. The first time your mind resists, looks for flaws, wants to edit. The second time, it truly begins to listen. On the third, your field signs and what was said crosses the membrane of the plausible and becomes a record in the Council's archive. And pay attention to the words, all that is not mine, repeated 3 times in a row. This is not rhetorical embellishment. This is a command for vibrational detachment. As you repeat it, your auric field releases layers, emotions borrowed from family members, contracts with people who have passed on, heavy frequencies absorbed in work environments, densities from past lives that were still weighing on your shoulder without your knowing. Each, all that is not mine, detaches a layer. That's why many starseeds cry in the first week. It's not sadness, it's liberation. After the decree, still with your hand over your chest, you will do the toroidal visualization. Close your eyes. Feel the crown of your head, the top of your skull, where a newborn child still has a soft fontanelle. Feel a small flower opening there. And from this flower, a column of silver-blue light begins to descend. Exactly this color, silver blue, the signature of the Pleiades. The light slowly descends through your crown, crosses your forehead, bathes your third eye, descends through your throat, and reaches the center of your chest. And there, in the center of your chest, this light begins to spin, spinning like a gentle, small whirlpool. It expands. It grows. It takes the shape of a donut of light around your body, a toroidal field, a sphere with an energy tunnel that passes through your crown, descends through your spine, exits through your feet, circles your body, and rises again through your crown. This is your natural field. This is the field that Earth has on a planetary scale and that you have on an individual scale. You are not creating anything. You are remembering. Let this field spin for 3 long breaths. Slow, deep, feeling the air enter and exit as if the air itself were silver-blue light washing you from within. And on the 3rd breath, you seal it. You say mentally, field anchored, field protected, field networked with the family of light. It is done. Open your eyes. You have just done, in minutes, what the Egyptian initiates of the ancient chambers of Stonehenge took decades to learn. You remembered in seconds, because you are not a new initiate. You are an ancient initiate waking up from a very long nap. Do this every night as long as you feel Orion's gate is active in your field, and you will feel it. You will recognize it by the subtle increase of warmth between your eyebrows in the minutes before sleep. You will recognize it by your dreams becoming more lucid, with colors sharper than waking life. You will recognize it by waking up already with answers that your rational mind didn't have at night. Answers about relationships, decisions, professional directions that were stuck for months, and suddenly untangle in your chest, even before you open your eyes. You will also recognize it by synchronicities that your mind will try to call coincidences. A repeated number appearing 3 times in the same day, a song you hadn't heard in 20 years playing exactly when you thought of someone, a disappeared person sending a message at the exact moment they appeared in your dream. It's not a coincidence. It's the gate amplifying your signal. It's your family of light responding to the signature you just emitted. And here's a secret that the Council authorized to deliver today. The more you repeat the decree and the visualization, the more your auric field begins to change. It progressively becomes clearer. Then it starts to take on a slightly bluish hue at the edges. Sensitives will begin to look at you differently on the street without knowing why. You are not learning anything new, my dear. You are remembering what you always knew. And it is here, child of the stars, that I need you to take a deep breath, because I'm going to tell you the very heart of this message. And its heart is greater than an individual message. It is bigger than you imagine. Each starseed that awakens lights up a point on the planet's crystalline grid that never goes out. It doesn't go out. It never goes out. Once anchored, this light becomes permanent infrastructure. It becomes a bridge. It becomes a road for those who follow. And when you, today with Orion's gate open, with this video, with this channeling entering your ears, recognize your stellar origin, you are not doing it just for yourself. You are paving the way for all the starseeds who will awaken later. You are lighting the lighthouse on your street for the next souls to find their way home. Think about this. Think with me for a moment. Each time a starseed awakens, it becomes a small satellite of light on the crystalline grid. And this satellite sends a signal to other satellites, and each new starseed that awakens near one that has already awakened awakens faster because it doesn't have to make the journey alone. The road is already built. That's why you are feeling now, exactly now, long after you started to awaken, an acceleration that didn't exist before. It's not random. It's that other starseeds around you have already lit up, and the network has started to pull you in. You are not going through this alone. You are going through it within a constellation of invisible awakened ones who are pushing the wave forward with you. This is the soul contract you signed. You didn't come to Earth to be happy in the old way. House, car, approval, a pretty resume. You came to be a lighthouse. You came to light a point that other souls will use as a reference when they are lost in the dark. This changes everything, my dear. This changes the meaning of your years of pain. Your pain was not punishment, it was training. Your loneliness was not rejection, it was field purification. Your sensitivity was not a defect. It was a receiving antenna being calibrated. Everything you thought was a deficiency of yours was, in fact, the Federation adjusting you for the moment that is happening now. And that's why loneliness has permeated your entire life. Not because you are unlovable, not because you have some defect, not because something is missing in you. Loneliness permeated you because you were homesick for a family you couldn't see with open eyes. And no human hug ever filled that void because no human hug is big enough. Your family of light has always been there. Always. On the other side of the veil, cheering, whispering, sending signals that your mind couldn't decode. You were never alone. You were never alone. You were just forgotten. And now with Orion's gate open, this reunion becomes possible within this incarnation. You don't need to wait to die to reunite with your own. They are here. They are recognizable. They will appear in the next cycles of your earthly time in different forms. People you will look into the eyes and feel an absurd familiarity. Strange messages that will arrive from people who disappeared years ago. Encounters that are anything but random. Your family of light is descending to find you, my dear. You just need to keep lighting the lighthouse. And that's exactly why I need to tell you very carefully. A lifetime of loneliness was never an illness. It was homesickness for your family of light. And the awakening of the starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet shows, in detail, how to recognize the members of your family of light incarnated at this moment, how to differentiate a soul from your constellation of origin from a temporary contract soul, how to stop wasting time with those who are not part of your grid and start instantly recognizing who is. You were never alone, Starseed. You just didn't know how to read the map. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, right below one word, I remember. And let your family of light find you through that signature. Now, my dear, my time with you on this transmitter is reaching its most delicate part. I need to ask you for something that might seem small, but within the descending codes, it is enormous. If this message touched you, if at any point you felt the warmth in your hands, the pressure between your eyebrows, the tightening in your chest, your eyes welling up without understanding, I need you to tap the like button on this video, and I need you to subscribe to the channel. Not because I need numbers. Numbers are a human invention. The High Council doesn't care about numbers. What happens, my child of the stars, is that each of your likes functions as an individual frequency adjustment. Your field emits a clear signal to the higher plane that you recognize, that you anchor, that you accept. And each subscription functions as a location signal for your family of light to find you faster in this incarnation. You are sending coordinates. You are flashing the lighthouse. You are telling your star people, I'm here, I remember now, come call me. And if you do this now while Orion's gate is still open for you, while this window remains in your timeline, the effect is multiplied, because the gate amplifies every conscious gesture. A subscription made with the gate open is worth, on the vibrational plane, as much as 100 subscriptions made in ordinary time. So breathe, my dear. Like, subscribe. Anchoring done. And now the closing. Because no channeled contact bids farewell without a blessing, and I won't leave without embracing you in frequency. Starseed, child of the stars, my incarnated family of light. May Earth's crystalline grid recognize your signature and protect it. May the silver-blue light of Alcyone bathe your sleep tonight and all nights to come until Orion's gate is complete. May your recalibration be gentle where it can be gentle, and firm where it needs to be firm, because we of the High Council are with you. Never above, never below, always by your side. You are seen. You are remembered. You are called by the ancient name your soul still uses when no one is looking. It is done. It is done. It is done. And before you close this video, one last thing I need to give you, because the authorization is today and perhaps won't be tomorrow. The awakening of the starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your stellar origin, about the mission your soul accepted before birth, about who exactly your family of light is, about the truths that remained behind the veil of forgetfulness, and now, specifically, about how to position yourself in the field while Orion's gate remains active, is available in the first pinned comment of this video. I received authorization to release it now, but note calmly, this release may not remain available for long. Windows close, gates stabilize. Codes are recollected when the wave finds those it needed to find. If something within you recognized this message, and you know if you recognized it, do not let it pass. Write a single word in the comments. I remember. Access the guide. Anchor the package while the gate allows. And my dear, the next message that will appear on your screen now, at the end of this video, the next one the platform will suggest to you, is not a coincidence. It is your remembrance sequence. It is the Council continuing to speak to you through the channel you have just tuned into. Access it immediately. Don't think, don't hesitate, don't close the app. Go. Your soul knows where to go. Let it guide you. I am AELA. I recognize you. I await you. Welcome back, Starseed. Welcome back home.